Maritza grew up in San Jose's East Side and attended school and church there. She returned as a school teacher. Her husband was an educator as well. Church fueled her activism as a student in her 20s, seeking ways to make change. She continues leading as the CEO of Amigos de Guadalupe.
Good afternoon. I am Maritza Maldonado. I was raised in East San Jose and a proud daughter of Mexican immigrants. I was also a second language acquisitioner and was raised in the very neighborhood where Cesar Chavez started his union organizing. I had the pleasure of being knocked on the door from Father McDonald and Fred Ross and Cesar, and telling my mother, can you bring your comadres over to your house to talk about organizing? And my mom, who had 6 kids, got all of us and her comadres over, and we began to learn about organizing and what that meant for a poor community that has been marginalized for generations, and it continues to be. We just look at the statistics of what happened with COVID in our community, and there was no more denying that inequities exist, and they exist in East San Jose. I was approached by a leader within my congregation at Our Lady of Guadalupe Church, and PACT was not even named PACT at the time, and we had a Dr. Jose Carrasco, professor at San Jose State, and also a real leader that taught me a lot about my own power and what that meant to be able to lead in a different way. And I also met Father John Bellman, who is here, founder of PICO, and also Faith in Action. Truly, we cannot do this work without your leadership, so thank you, and it was great. The work continues in Africa, in Haiti, in South America, and Central America now, so thank you for your leadership. So one of my favorite principles in PACT is, who do you love? Right? Who do you love? And it was this love for my beloved East San Jose that led me to the work. The tenets of my own Catholic faith teaches me about the dignity of the human person. It is that belief that builds allyships and truly long life friendships in the work that we do. I want to offer up one of my most impactful memories that I have of a leader in PACT. I had the honor to serve as co-chair of PACT when we led the effort to make Santa Clara County the first in the nation to offer health insurance to every single child in this community. We heard countless stories of children who couldn't hear, who were going to school sick, broken arms, and doing home remedies because of the lack of health insurance. We did our research, as we always do, and we heard that there was some tobacco settlement money coming down the pike. I said, oh, we can do something about that. Let's use this money to provide health care for our kids. We thought it was a great and noble cause. Unfortunately, believe it or not, we had leaders that didn't think that was a good idea. Boo, right, right. So one Sunday morning, PACT held an action for children's health insurance at the Mexican Heritage Plaza. Father Mateo Sheedy was wheeled up on stage, one of his very last public appearances. He was dying of cancer. Father Mateo said, health insurance for children is a justice issue, a God issue. The room erupted in cheers. Something happened in the atmosphere, a sacredness that came over the plaza, something that I had never experienced as a PACT leader. When Father Mateo spoke again, saying, "Is there no balm in Gilead for my children?" He repeated, "Is there no healing balm in Gilead for my children?" At that very moment, regardless of what our leaders were telling us, we knew that this was a justice fight and we were going to win. San Jose became the first city in the nation to insure all children, regardless of immigration status. It became the Children's Health Initiative. Now, Santa Clara Family Health Plan has just celebrated its 25 years. This is the work of PACT. It's life-transforming work. I must say that I have been challenged to doing this work. I tell people I still have scars on my back from the education reform work that we did to transform public education. But this is what we're called to do. I offer the importance of leadership and leadership development and how important it is to take a young 20-something-year-old, truly, at that time, and understand what power actually means for a poor Chicana raised in East San Jose, raised poor who really felt had no voice. It was that leadership development. It was someone seeing something in me that made all the difference in the world. It's through that same leadership that I have now returned to my community to found an organization that provides basic needs services to my beloved East San Jose. I could not have done that work without the leadership training of all of the leaders and organizers that we stand on the shoulders of. I want to recognize my co-chair of PACT, Susan Price. Where are you? We got in good trouble. We got in good trouble. So thank you, Susan, doing this work. And lastly, in listening to and remembering Dr. Jose Carrasco, his words are, "Evil and injustice triumph only when people of goodwill do nothing." So I challenge all of us, everyone here, our democracy is at stake. Our democracy is at stake. And what we do here in this valley, the richest valley in the world, is what I challenge us as everyday people to stand up, take action, and fight for what is just, and fight for our very democracy that's eroding even in our valley. Thank you.